Well, welcome back, viewers, to another edition of Heads Up, and welcome back, Goat. It's I'll tell you what. Last week, brother was here. He takes these big fat heart pills, and he had
Does
to
he?
he had to take a double dose with about 15 minutes, 20 minutes to go in that Taranaki game. He had that house plus his neighbour's house on the Naki to win, but they pulled through for us. So well done, mate. Good stuff.
Now tell the rest of the story. That was just the first leg of his multi, and the multi was finishing on the Warriors, wasn't it?
Yeah, 13 plus, but they never looked like it, did they? So,
No. Well, to be honest, I didn't even watch the game. I knew what the result would be. Looked at the score the next morning. Yeah, Warriors lost. Didn't quite see how they scored, conceded 2 tries in the last 6 or 8 minutes. But yep, hard luck, Mark. But we enjoyed having you on the podcast.
yeah.
I don't know if Watch the Space, is that finished yet?
And going back to the Warriors too, his parting words when he left the airport on Monday, he said, if the Warriors can get a decent coach next year and get a referee that can play for them, they're going to win every game.
He's dreaming.
He's dreaming.
I imagine at the other end of the airport, the other end of his travels, I assume back to Nelson, the men in white coats were waiting for him to take him away with making statements like that.
Yeah, true, right. A whole busload of them too, probably. No, we've got a good race on Saturday, and gee, we've all been hanging out for this race, haven't we? Got a decent track, good three at the moment, and got a rain forecast today, Friday midday. Just 1 or 2 mils, but a reasonable day tomorrow. What are your thoughts?
No rain arrived yet in Hastings, but it is pretty dark, is what my weatherman just told me.
Yep.
Where are we? Race 10, 425, first Group 1 of the season. Avantage $1.85. Perfect draw for her, 6. I'd say if it was one of those races where Jamie Richards could choose the draw, he probably would have chosen 5 or 6 would be my pick. So
yeah.
Good for her. She'll settle just in behind a reasonably strong speed, you would think, with the speed influences drawn wider with the mitigator, Tavi Mac, Deerfield, but she'll be probably 6th one off, something like that, and should have every chance to run over the top of them. $1.85 is probably a fair price, wouldn't you say, Neil?
It is a fair price, but it's just one of those races where you think, she's such an obvious winner, they get beaten, but from Tiaka, Jamie Richards training so well. I couldn't back her at that price. Those who got on early, I think, $3 or something, was it?
$4.
$4 before the Foxford. I'll be hoping to get paid out before the race, as they do sometimes. But no, I thought Supera. I really like Supera. I like the way she's trialled up. Ken Kelso said that she's a bit more relaxed in the head, not so boisterous and crazy. So, and the way she trialled up at Titeco as well, she's had 2 trials now. She's won twice fresh up. The other time she got beaten at Ellerslie by her nose, I think, on the line, carrying 60 kg. So I can see her maybe 3 fullback in her, tracking Jennifer Eccles. And if she gets a track through, and they could easily go hard with Deerfield and the mitigator out front, I wouldn't be surprised if she came through and knocked them off late. But I'll be backing her for a place anyway. So,
$4 a place, not bad money.
It's good money, yeah. What do you like for a bit of value? Come on, get off the fence.
All right.
You went Tavi Mac last time.
I did. He's found his price in the market though, $7.50. There's no value there. No, probably. You know what? I hate to say it, but I probably agree with you with Superior.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, $4 a place.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll go to the fence. Why would you go behind Jennifer Eccles? Why wouldn't you just sit one off? Yeah.
I suppose if you want to get behind the right horse, and Jennifer Eccles, would take you into it. So who's riding it?
Rosie.
Rosie, yep. No, she's a smart rider, so she'll sort it out, one off or behind something that's going to drag her into it. Van Cougar, couldn't see it winning, but looking forward to seeing how she goes. The view to the Livermore. Yeah,
Couldn't back that one. Sorry, 51s.
no, I wouldn't back it, but just keep an eye on that. I'm looking forward to closing
I
sectionals. Yeah,
I tell you, we saw the Livermore winner last week, Neil.
we did.
Yeah,
Whereabouts? Oh, we did too. At Ellerslie.
yeah. The
What was
horse
that?
that you weren't wanting to back, and I said, oh, I don't know. It's the punch factor.
You were right too. Nah, geez.
Yeah, I like the way that one and just the way it trucked up at the 500. And I think it gave Lethanis a pretty good feel. And it'll be targeting the second and third legs of the Triple Crown. And I think over 2,000, third up. We saw what it did at Tirapa that day when it smashed Travelling Light by
Yeah.
about 7 or 8 lengths. I think ran a faster time that day than Jennifer Eccles too over the same distance. So the way she's come up this year, I think To Illicit could be a big hope in the Livermore.
Yeah. And that's a good point, the way they come up this year. And To Illicit, well, she ran the quickest splits from the 6 to the 4, from the 4 to the 2. That's where she won the race. Then at the front and held on nicely from Pender's horse, Snasher Reaver. So, yeah, no, she's come back stronger and better. So, what's he paying on the Windsor Plate?
In the Livermore, I think about six something, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was eight. It was eights before that race on Saturday.
They're starting on the Windsor too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Leith will be riding.
Yep. I believe so. I guess depending on his commitments with the Lindsay's horses, but
Valor, that kind of thing.
yeah, but he might. I'd say he'd be keen to anyway. Would be my guess. Yeah, the Windsor's always. I don't know. I don't like the Windsor because your draws can really affect you in that 1,600-metre start. If you draw wide, you say, I don't like taking futures bets in that race because the draws can have a much bigger impact than, say, on this race or the Livermore where you can kind of overcome a worse draw. But that's just my personal preference. But I just think 2,000 metres will be its go. You still think, with all due respect, crystal ball gazing a bit here, Avantage over 1,600 in the second leg would be hard to beat, so you wouldn't really want to be backing against that. But I think when they step up over 2,000, To Illicit might have the edge.
Yeah, and I think Avantage is no certainty to go to the Livermore. He's talking Cox Plate. Definitely the Windsor Plate, but no confirmation that she will be starting in the Livermore. So just be wary of that if you're going for the Triple Crown.
It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, Cox Plate or that race that Melody Bell won last year, the Empire Rose. So they might just keep her at that sort of mile trip. You never know, but we're all guessing a bit. But it'll be great to see a pretty quality field back on the track.
Too right.
Tomorrow at Hawke's Bay and some good subsequent supporting races in the undercard. So
also, gee whiz, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a good old day. Looking forward to it. And once we've watched the Tarzino, Neil, our eyes will be cast upon Randwick in Sydney for the shorts, the 1,100-metre race, 7 at 5:55. Sees the reappearance of the Boom New Zealand 3-year-old of last season, Catalyst. $6.50. Pretty good price. Given the way he trialled at Taupo, he looks like he's come up well this year. I mean, you'd forgive him for his last start when he had a bit of an injury issue. Other than that, his form's been exemplary, and $6.50, it's not a bad price, I thought.
Well, I reckon we'll get more in start time. He's sort of $8 overseas at the moment, so I'm confident he's going to drift out. And just looking at the speed map, you got Splintex, Eduardo, Ball of Muscle, obviously, Dre Worm. They're all going to go forward. Dirty Work, we're looking to get out and on the fence. So I can see Catalyst 3 back in her, and they'll be kicking along up front. And the way he tried, he's come back an even better horse. And I think this is just the type of race. It's not his target. I think they're targeting the Everest, aren't they? That's the main goal. So
yeah, well, they obviously need to probably win or run a close-up placing to get a ticket into the Everest. So
he's going extra well. So he could each one. No great bet, but
go the Kiwis, eh?
But you're right. No, I think we might get $10. So.
Ooh, $10. Gee. $3 a place, then you'll be loving that.
I'll be going Classic Legion, Bivouac is beatable out wide. Standouts controlling well. Dirty Work's going to get a nice run, so I can see them all going for those and seeing him drift late. So just wait until the last few minutes before you have a go at him if you're going to back him. But, no, okay, righty. Yeah, no, good racing in the weekend. Really looking forward to it. Decent tracks at both venues, Sydney and Randwick. And also, we've got to mention Murakaka too. Good fields up there, so looking forward to those. But right now, last week's our sports selection. Who do you want?
All right, well, get it out of the way. Yeah,
Yep.
get it out of the way nice and early this weekend. The Mitre 10 Cup rugby game tonight. Tasman hosts Northland.
Yep.
Northland had a win first up against Manawatu, but they were certainly the quality of that game was a few notches below the Tasman's performance against Counties Manukau. I just think first game at home, admittedly won't be much of a crowd there, but Tasman, the team they've named, looks star-studded to me, and they will just run all over the top of Northland. So I've got two options for you here, Neil.
Okay.
The -30.5 at the point start, I like that, $1.87. So if you just want to have the traditional sort of point start bet that we normally tip out each week, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to go a little bit outside the square and have a throw at the stumps at something a bit longer, in the power plays, so just below the head-to-head markets on the TAB website, they have a thing called the power plays. And one of those is Tasman to score 5 or more tries in the second half. And that's paying $3.75. So if you think the Northland fitness might be telling late in the piece and Tasman really run away with it in the second half and score 5 tries, well, then that's a bit of a value play at $3.75.
Sounds good. It's a nice immediate price, and for those who want to chuck in, say, a multi with Avantage, they can go the -30.5 for the extra insurance.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see how we go.
That's tonight, isn't it? 7:30.
7:30.
7:05.
I think it's 7:05 actually.
Make it 7:05 just in case. So
make sure you get on by then. Yeah.
Rightio. And last week's question was a popular question.
Yeah, not a lot got it, eh? Greyway, 1977 Easter Handicap. Who ran second? The answer, Tudor Light.
Yep.
How many correct entries?
9 correct entries. Give me a number between 1 and 9.
Well, you got to be quick out of the blocks this week. Number 1.
Number 1. Yeah. Oh, wrong week. Leon. Number 1 was it? Leon. Well
Number
done,
1.
Leon.
Leon.
You can get in touch with me, and you can pick your own multi this weekend. Good meeting.
Excellent.
Maybe chuck in a sports bet if you want to. So let us know if you want the sports bet tonight. Let me know well before, so you can put it on. Right, our new question this week. Tough one too.
Well, yeah, we're going to make it a little bit tough. So we've got the Tarzino this week. We've talked about the Livermore, the third leg of the Triple Crown. I want you to tell me a horse that ran 13th in the first leg of the Hawke's Bay Triple Crown and won the last leg. If you know that horse, it's within the last 20 years.
Yeah.
If you can pick that horse out who ran 13th in the first leg and won the last leg, text or email your answer through to Neil by Tuesday night. You're in the draw for next week's multi.
27-352-6402 or formpro@formpro.co.nz. And the horse that won paid a good price. Memory, correct?
When it won the Livermore, or the horse that won the
Livermore?
Yeah, it did. It paid a very good price. Not surprising given its form lines going into it.
Yeah. You were there, were you, that year?
Yeah. I was there that year. Yeah.
Which year have you missed? Any in the last 10 years? Have you missed any?
2011. That's when the Rugby World Cup was on.
All right.
Jimmy Shue won that'd be the only one in the last 16, maybe 17. Yeah, years, something like that. Looking forward to, all things being equal, we'll be back on course on the 17th of October, a month today, for the third day of the Hawke's Bay Triple Crown. And, of course, that's Punter of the Year Day.
So too. Hopefully we get back to normality by then. Right. Brickbats and
Brickbats.
bouquets.
Yep.
I've got one. Actually, I've
Go on.
got an email from somebody, actually, something that's sort of I've been annoyed about too, is when horses, say you've got a field of 8 runners, and you've got 2 horses that are paying $4 each,
Mhm.
and both of them get backed into 350 or 360, and the horse that's paying $6 or $7 stays put when the two favoured runners are being backed in. The third or fourth favourites aren't being drifted out. That happens a lot, and Eli sent an email and gave me good details about the market at Te Rāpia yesterday when Flavius didn't drift out and was being drifted out on overseas markets. The market got out to 148% when the 2 well-backed horses came in, and it took a long time before Flavius linked it out in price. So,
Yeah, it's crazy. Like a market, I understand the bookies opening their market, say at 130, but most, we'll call them normal bookmakers, the most biggest percentage of the market is the opening prices, and then
yeah,
normally as the race gets closer and closer, that percentage tightens up to maybe 118, 116 if you're lucky. But it shouldn't open at say 130, and then a couple of hours later it's out to 148 because they've bought in 2 horses and haven't drifted any. That's just crazy stuff. Well spotted, Eli, and good to keep those bookies on their toes. And yeah, if you're looking at a final field bet, just do a quick calculation of the percentage of the market, because that'll give you a fair idea whether your horse is likely to drift or tighten. And chances are it will probably drift unless there's a big wrap on it or some information that the bookies don't know about, because 148%, I mean, even if you just waited for the tote's won 16%, so there's a fair chance your tote price is going to be better than the fixed odds price, of course, depending on what sort of volume you're wanting to put on.
Right. Maybe it's a staffing issue. They've had quite a few races coming up for the week, so maybe there just was a glitch. But, it's something to be aware of. It's something that annoys me. See your horses coming in, and the horse you want to back is just staying put, so you don't back it because it's going to drift. But anyway, just something to be aware of. Anything you can think of?
I'll give a bouquet to our good friends. Boys get paid running the All-In Challenge. 200 people throw $100 each in to create a pot of 20,000, and it's 14,000 for first, 4 for second, 2 for third, I think, from memory. And someone's going to win that tomorrow. So, yeah, it's a good way to generate interest in the 3 days of the Hawke's Bay Carnival. So this competition will be running on the second and the third day, and likely to be much bigger with bigger entries and bigger prize money. So look out for that if you haven't yet entered. Too late for the first day, but have a look on those second and third days. Great way to throw 100 in and have a chance of winning big, really.
Yeah, no, true, right. And if you want it, someone's going to win it. 14 grand for $100 is pretty good, and a good day's interest. The thing is, it's the TAB don't get anything out of it, so maybe the TAB could try and work out something with BGP where they do get something out of it.
Yeah, well, 20 grand turnover, 20 grand of money lost, I guess, technically, but not huge. But you'd argue that everyone who's done their study will probably be more likely to have a bet on the TAB as well as having the entry in the All-In Challenge, because I've actually studied those races for the purpose of entering the All-In Challenge. Yeah. So swings and roundabouts, I guess.
Yeah. And it's definitely going to grow. I think you may end up getting sort of 500,000 entries at $100 each. It's a pretty popular thing. So then it's a fair chunk of turnover. But like you say, it does generate turnover with the homework and use those selections.
Well, maybe, no, we won't say that. Maybe if the TAB had been more helpful in the earlier stages with BGP, you never know what would have happened. But yeah, we won't dwell on the past. We'll look forward to the future.
We realise the power of BGP and the influence they have. So I think they're along more and more by the sounds of it, so that's good to see. Right, Stump the Goat. Last week. This week I've got some questions on the Livermore Classic. I'll just bring them up here.
Go on then.
And,
I'm not feeling confident this week, I have to say.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you 5 questions. They aren't going to be easy either. I'll make the first one a nice warm-up for you. Okay.
Go on then.
Lance O'Sullivan, right? He
Yep.
rode a horse called Calm Harbour
Yep.
in 1993 to win the,
Yep.
what would it have been in the Celt Capital?
I think that was the first year of the Celt Capital, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, then he rode a winner a few years later. What was the horse?
Cinderbella,
Trained by?
Karen Zimmerman.
Very good. And
Yeah, there's a team. There's a
Black
team that
History?
enters the punter of the year every year, and their nom de plume hasn't changed for many years, and it's called Remember Cinderbella. I think it was
oh, yeah.
they were going to back it and didn't, or something like that. So yeah, that was an amazing performance. She came from last, basically on the turn, and bloused them.
Yeah, no, she was a good one, coming down with the fluorescent yellow, wasn't it? Bright yellow colours. Yeah.
All right, that's a good one.
Rightio. Second one. Let's have a look. Okay. Princess Cope, I was there for both of her wins. When she won both, I think it was a Celt then still, wasn't it?
Yeah. One was a $2 million one.
Yep. Trained by Mark Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Was ridden by which?
Noel Harris and Opie Bosson.
Yes, yeah, well done. Yeah. Right. Make it tougher. Come on, Neil. Rightio. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Since 1993, 4 female riders have won the Spring Classic Livermore.
Yeah.
Okay. Name the 4 if you can.
Trudy Thornton, I think she was Trudy Collett back then on Just Call Me Sir.
Correct. 1998. Yeah.
Lisa Crop on legs.
Yes, I remember that. Yep.
Female riders. Who else have we
About
got?
5 years ago.
From 5 years. Oh, no. Costume was...
It was a roughie. Paid great work.
Costume was... No, Ransom. Ransom was... Parks rode Ransom. Costume was...
That was
Coleman.
the year before, Michael Coleman.
Yeah. Another roughie. Ransom.
Trained by Lee Southermore.
Oh, Addictive Habit, Sam Spratt.
Very good. That's good. One more to go.
Female rider. I don't think Lisa's won it.
Trained by the trainer.
Go on, give me the trainer.
John Ralph.
The Message. Linda Ballantyne.
Very good. Well done. Yeah.
Yeah. Right back then. Yeah. Not too bad. Needed a bit of help.
Yeah. No, those are tough questions. So that's good. No, that would be too easy, that one. When Balmuse won, what was the hot favourite he beat?
Starcraft.
Yeah. With the Starcraft finish?
Second.
Rightio. Chris McNabb trained a good horse.
Moss Downs.
You didn't finish the question yet. Bloody right. Okay.
I think that was 96, wasn't it? That was the first year of sports betting on that. Was it 96 or 95, Moss Downs? I think it was 96.
97.
97, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Michael Coleman's ridden 4 winners. 4 winners of the race. Who were they? Moss Downs, obviously.
Costume.
Yep, it's 2. 2 to go.
Moss Downs Costume, Wall Street, excellent.
Very good. Yep. Excellent. Was it the same year he won the Mudgeway? It was the same year, wasn't it?
And he didn't run in the second leg, so he went straight from the Mudgeway into the Celt.
Yeah.
But that was the race where he got his legs taken out on him in the corner.
Oh, that's right.
Still came down the outside and won easy. Yeah.
Yeah. What was Lee's comments? You are a superstar, wasn't it?
Oh, that was in the Mudgeway.
Yeah.
I think it goes. It goes. Look at Excellent. Excellent is flying right down the outside. Amazing. He is a mega star.
That's right. Yeah.
One of the great calls from the great man.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now the toughest question.
Go on.
Since 2010,
Mm.
which horse has won the race in the fastest time? I can do a multi-choice if you like.
No, well, I'll try it without multi-choice. Well, 2010. Wow.
Well, it's
We're
fairly
not
clear
giving.
cut too.
Is it?
Well, two horses ran the.
Okay. I'll go based on the class of the horse. I'll go Jimmy Shoe.
No, no,
Nowhere near.
no, nowhere near it. No.
Okay.
Wall Street was the second fastest, 202.97.
Yeah.
It was one of Mickey Coleman's rides. That
Costume.
stream, yeah, 202.66 was, for 2,040 metres. Take off 2.6 seconds for 40 metres. 2 minutes is pretty good.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
just go back to, you've obviously got the list of all the horses there. Did Calm Harbour, what was his, it was 2040, wasn't it? What was his time?
159.7.
Yeah, that was I thought he broke 2 minutes, but that was only 2000, wasn't it? I think that was, yeah, they wouldn't have run. Yeah, I knew he ran a fast time. He was a good horse. Do you remember who owned Calm Harbour? It was a rugby coach.
Oh, it was not Polomise, was it?
Peter Thorburn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, remember Walshy? Did he tell us this on here? No, he might have told us off here when he rode Calm Harbour. I only rode him in his maiden win, and he knew it was an absolute gun horse.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I think, what did he say? It won by 8 lengths or something, sat outside the leader and just run away.
Yeah.
It still paid about $5 or $6.
Yeah, no bookies in those days.
Would have loved that sort of information today, wouldn't you?
Well, all the TAB bookies would have got thumped. Yeah. I mean, the pub bookies would have got thumped. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good old days. They were the good old days, I'll tell you. Yeah. Rightio. Last question. Yeah. Which horse led all the way in 1994 with David Walsh on?
Solve it.
And did he win the Cox Plate the same year or the following year?
Same year. Yep. Yeah.
Beating
Rough Habit. In the Cox Plate or the Livermore?
Cox Plate.
Rough Habit.
That was a great race, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, no, rightio. So looking forward to a great weekend tomorrow. There's a couple, I like early on in the day. There's a 3-year-old race, and in the last race, quite keen on a horse there. So anything else you're keen on tomorrow that you want to mention? Or?
I'll mention one up at Ruakaka, actually.
Okay.
The Good Fight, race 4.
Race.
Yeah, I think it's just a horse that's got more upside than its competitors.
Yep.
And should be hard to beat. I think it's 420 might be 440 into 380 last time I looked.
Oh, yeah, that's a good horse, isn't he?
Yeah. Might be worth a bet in the New Zealand Cup if you want to like futures markets. I think that's where he's headed, $12 in that market last time I checked. So, yeah, no, you don't give away your good info. People have to pay for your info. So we'll log on to the website and check out your specials for tomorrow. But no, good luck, Neil, and another week closer to really cranking up into the spring with the real big races upcoming. But it'd be great to see how the Tarzino goes.
Yeah, no, looking forward to that, and then maybe getting back on course to see some real horses and get amongst the crowd. Anyway, have a great weekend. Good punting.